In 1993, 1 in 45 students used anabolic steroids. Today, it's 1 in 16. It is not surprising due to the popular media fact of what an athlete should look like. Many of today's youth athletes are turning to illegal drugs at an alarming rate to achieve what they consider a measure of success. Research showed that up to 1/3 of high school students who use anabolic steroids are in the population of non-athletes who use steroids just to improve their appearance. 3/4 of high school students have smoked cigarettes, drank alcohol, or used other drugs. Alcohol is the most preferred addictive substance among high school students, followed by cigarettes, marijuana, and controlled prescription drugs such as narcotic painkillers. This is very scary because this is a time in students' lives when their brains and bodies are still forming and developing. Steroids and drug use can damage their developing brains and bodies for the rest of their life. Many people believe that the threat that students get drug tested will make them decide not to use drugs for the fear of getting caught. Seeing other students post pictures partying with alcohol and marijuana on Facebook and other sites encourages teens to want to do that also. Peer pressure from friends can be strong, but the desire to be in athletics can give those students an excuse to say no to drug use. Most people think this testing is not used to punish students, but rather to identify them and get them help before the drug use gets too strong. Other people have different beliefs. They feel testing is an invasion of students' privacy. The testing is embarrassing to students because they must give a urine sample. They also believe that tests are often misleading due to the number of false positives. Students get falsely accused of using drugs when in reality it's just the test itself is wrong. Those against random testing also feel that athletes are being singled out and being tested without probable cause. They feel the singling out is a violation of their Fourth Amendment right, which says there should be no searches without probable cause. The American Academy for Pediatrics believes that more research is needed on both safety and efficiency before school-based testing programs are implemented. They also believe that more adolescent substance abuse treatment resources are needed to ensure that testing leads to early rehabilitation rather than punishment measures only. The American Civil Liberties Union, or ACLU, believes that random drug testing of athletes treats students like suspects. In a federal court ruling, the case Tannehill versus Lockney ISD, it was found that suspicionless drug testing violated the Fourth Amendment right, which guaranteed citizens' right to be in a secure their persons, houses, papers, and effects. Dr. Sharon Levy, the director of Adolescent Substance Abuse Program at Children's Hospital in Boston, also is unsure about the testing. She says that someone cannot be using a drug that has not been tested before by the school, and the test will come up negative. The student is using drugs that the other students are not testing for. Also, if it's been 48 to 72 hours since they last used, the test will most likely come up drug-free. Dr. Levy also says drinking 2.5 liters of bottled water will dilute the urine so much that the drugs will no longer be detected by the test. With far too much at stake when it comes to the lives of any student or student athlete, we must commit to the health of our well-being and of ourselves and others. Students need to learn the long-term and short-term dangers of drugs as well. Many teens are not concerned about their health 20, 30 years from now. I know I don't think about the future as much as I should, but I do know that what I do now will affect me in the future. And that I think it's in the best interest of our schools, coaches, teammates, parents, to be aware of the risks of drug use. I'm Sarah Harrelson. Thank you for listening.